Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here this morning. We set out 3 weeks ago to deliver a new way of doing professional sports while at the same time embracing the best parts of what are already what we know and love. And we're really excited to announce Atlanta as our second city as part of the Alliance. We'll be rolling them out, like we'd said 2 weeks ago, we'll be rolling them out over this month. And one of the things that we felt really strongly about was connecting with cities that were deeply entrenched in sports. And this city and this state is filled with football fans, as evidenced by Georgia last week with their spring game, and obviously the explosion of the MLS team here in Atlanta, and they don't get much better than the Atlanta Falcons. We look at cities like Atlanta as the bellwether of what we can expect and what we want to deliver. And we're very excited to have come here to Georgia State to do it. You're going to be hearing from our head coach, and we have a relatively gigantic surprise for you in terms of one other person that will be a part of the Georgia and Atlanta experience. So let me start by bringing out our host. He's in his 4th year as athletic director here at Georgia State. He has done an incredibly job as the steward of this beautiful building, and we're excited to have him as our partner now with the Alliance. Charlie Cobb.
Thanks, man. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Pete Petit Field at Georgia State Stadium. On behalf of our university and athletics program, we're proud to be caretakers of this magnificent facility, which has an amazing history. It's just, it's mind-boggling to realize just a little over a year ago, there are remnants of a baseball field right outside these windows behind us. Obviously, we purchased the stadium to make our football program better. We're proud of what Coach Elliott, our staff, our players are doing to really represent the university every day and to grow our football program. But we also hope with the stadium and the development with our partners at Carter that we would further elevate Georgia State's standing within the community and also nationally. And we think hosting the Foo Fighters concert on Saturday is a great start for us to identify uses of the stadium. We also think partnering with the Alliance of American Football is another step in the evolution of this stadium. As you all know, it's exciting to accept the challenge of starting a program. We've done that here at Georgia State, and we wish these guys well. So on behalf of Georgia State and our university, we welcome the Alliance to Atlanta.
The only problem with doing this today is that between Charlie and my next guest, I am a midget up on this field. Everyone's taller than me. All these former professional football players, collegiate football players. The Alliance is built on the idea of bringing players in at the highest level, and this organization was put together with that in mind. So I'm excited my next presenter here, who will introduce our head coach, is not just an executive in the league, but also an investor, Jared Allen.
All these short people around here, raise this up a little bit. That's right. We'll get you some stilts. Appreciate it, Charlie. So when we discussed the vision of what the Alliance was going to be all about, one thing we always said, it had to have amazing football. And the only way you get amazing football is by having amazing football minds. So I am proud to announce the head coach of the Alliance Atlanta team will be someone that I know very, very well, that I had an opportunity to learn and play with, play for, and who has become a great friend of mine over the years, and that would be my old head coach, Coach Brad Childress. Brad has over 40 years of coaching experience at the collegiate and professional level. He's led 3 separate franchises to playoff berths. I had the experience of going all the way to an NFC title game with him. Brad and I, developed a relationship as I came from Kansas City. They made a trade for me to come to Kansas City and join the Minnesota Vikings when he was there. And, Brad's dedication to perfection and winning is second to none. Brad expects the best of his players, but at the same time, he knows how to listen to his players and his staff and put forth the best product on the field. So as an investor in the league, obviously, for me, knowing the types of coaches we're going to have and knowing the type of product we're going to put on the field is second to none, and that's what we're going to get with Brad Childress. Thanks, Coach.
back to the short guys here. I express my gratitude for being named the head coach of Alliance of football here in Atlanta. Jared was the guy that made the initial outreach. I'm happy I don't have to coach him anymore. He could be non-compliant at times, but he's going to be a great owner, and glad he reached out. So, football in Atlanta. This is a great football town. As Charlie referenced, you know, when you can get 82,000 people at a spring affair up in Athens, is there enough football? And as soon as the Super Bowl's over, there is no football anymore till the spring. And so we're rolling this thing out. We're going to play the week after the Super Bowl. We're committed to good football here. I know from recruiting down here, having been in the Big Ten, I know what kind of athletes are in this area, and not everybody gets an opportunity to play at the professional level. And so the Alliance is going to afford people the opportunity, whether they're starting their career or whether they're continuing their career, to have an opportunity to play more football and be recognized. And as I came here, I thought about, okay, staffing. Who would be somebody that I would hire? And I met a guy last fall in training camp that I coached with Coach Reed at Kansas City. And I said, you know what, this guy would be special in this job. Has over 13 years of professional football experience at the highest level. And he knows our game. He knows our offense. He can talk it backward and forward. So let me introduce you our new offensive coordinator at the Alliance of Atlanta, Michael Vick.
Thank you. Thanks, Coach Charlie, Jared. This is an amazing opportunity, and I won't be long because I know it's after having me walk out on this podium, it'll be plenty of questions and that'll be asked in the next couple of minutes. But you know, I've always had a passion for teaching, a passion for coaching, and you know, the coaches who coached me, and I've been coached by some of the best, and Brad being one of them last year in Kansas City. Just having the chance to gain the overall experience of coaching, it was a phenomenal atmosphere. And you know, when Brad called me about this opportunity, I felt like it was something that I couldn't pass up. And very grateful, thankful, proud to be back in Atlanta, and obviously try to bring a championship to the city of Atlanta. So once again, thank you. I'm looking forward to getting out and paying it forward to you know, a group of guys who get a second opportunity to further their careers, and that's what it's all about. That's why we're here, and it's going to be an exciting time. So, you know, it's another dream come true. I've been truly blessed to have so many opportunities to do great things, and whether it's on the football field or in the community, and I think this is just another step and opportunity that I can have fun with and you know, be surrounded by another group of great people. So thank you guys, and I'm looking forward to coaching some good ball.
What I want to drive home about what we're trying to do with the Alliance is we're trying to methodically put the very best people into the organization that we can, that represent the heart of what football is about. And I like what Michael said when we first spoke, and what he just said now about paying it forward. The idea of putting Troy Polamalu at the top of the league, the idea of having Michael Vick as a coach and Jared as an investor. This is not a marketing ploy. This is about the people who really do fundamentally understand what it was like to lay it all out on the line on the field, and they want to move that forward. And our commitment to excellence in terms of coaches. Coach Childress, there are very few people that I have experienced in my period over the last 2 years of putting this together, in talking to people like Coach Madden and Bill Polian and Coach Reed, and getting people to actually all agree on who we should be bringing into an organization, and the unanimous support for you being a part of this and helping build it is remarkable. And so Coach Vick and Coach Childress, this is what we hope to be the beginning of a deep and long relationship with Atlanta. A city that, as I stand in the stadium, it's interesting, when I was 13 years old, I was in the stadium when my dad was producing the '96 Olympics. And one of the things that I learned then, and I learned again being here for the Braves and again for all of the Falcons games, is this is a city that really embraces greatness. And this is a city that's built on the idea of a commitment to excellence. And I think that that's really what we were looking for. And on top of everything else, we chose CBS because they had the Super Bowl. And Atlanta having the Super Bowl, we're excited to be back here the weekend after the Super Bowl with football. Thank you very much for taking the time. I know we're going to take some questions afterwards, but we appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you in our next city very soon. Have a great day. Thank you very much.